We've all been there, maybe not screaming at a volleyball, but grieving something that once kept us human. When the noise of the world fades, the silence becomes deafening. On an island far from everything he knew, Chuck Nolan met the only person he'd never truly know, himself. The ocean became a mirror. The waves whispered, "Who are you without the world?" Before the crash, Chuck was time-obsessed, literally a man owned by the clock. "We live and die by the tick," he says. That's his entire worldview. Control equals meaning. The irony? The man who lived by FedEx overnight delivery ends up stranded for 4 years, waiting for rescue. Talk about delayed shipping. Yet isolation stripped him of time, and in doing so, stripped him of identity. Without deadlines, who are you? Without others, who's keeping score? That's when Wilson enters, not as madness, but as mirror. The psychic anchors a vacuum. When external connection disappears, the mind invents one. In neuroscience, isolation starves us of oxytocin, the bonding chemical, so the brain compensates by anthropomorphizing, assigning emotion to inanimate things just to keep dopamine flowing. Wilson wasn't just a friend, he was a neurochemical survival. Who or what have you created to survive your own silence? The fire of control. This is peak human energy. I have made fire. You can practically smell the ego roasting marshmallows. And yet, it's so relatable. That surge of dopamine when we master something, when we finally figure it out. Our brain floods with reward hormones. The same neurochemical high as triumphant or love. For a moment, we feel invincible. But control, like fire, is temporary. A gust of wind, a wave of change, and poof, back to square one. What we call control is really the brain's attempt to soothe uncertainty. Cortisol says, "You're in danger." Dopamine answers, "Then fix it." In mythology, Prometheus stole fire from the gods, symbolizing knowledge and control. But for his defiance, he was chained to a rock, condemned to internal torment. That's the cost of control. Mastery always comes with bondage. What began as survival in your life, but became your prison? And then he loses Wilson. The ocean takes him, and with him, the last illusion of control. His scream isn't just grief, it's ego breaking down. Jung would call Wilson the animus of control, the masculine archetype within the psyche that commands order, structure, mastery. It's the inner Prometheus that keeps a fire burning no matter the pain. But when the animus dominates, it silences the soul's softer voice, intuition, compassion, surrender. To evolve, we must integrate it, not destroy it. Chuck didn't lose his masculinity. He harmonized it. The moment Wilson drifts away, the animus dissolves into the ocean, and what returns is not control, but consciousness. In that moment, he isn't just letting go. He's cornered by life itself. The island has become a slow death, the ocean a terrifying unknown, and yet there's no other option left. Sometimes surrender isn't chosen. It's all that remains. Viktor Frankl once wrote that meaning is found through unavoidable suffering. When every external choice collapses, the only freedom left is how we face it. Chuck faced it by stepping into the tide, not because he was fearless, but because staying still was worse. What are you still holding on to because it once made you feel safe? Let's debate it, because every castaway has an opinion. Did Chuck survive because of control, his relentless problem solving, or because of surrender, his willingness to trust the unpredictable tides? Perhaps he didn't surrender because he wanted to. He surrendered because there was nothing left to control. Sometimes surrender isn't peace, it's exhaustion. But even exhaustion can become grace. Maybe survival isn't about domination or surrender. It's the dance between them. The masculine and feminine forces of the psyche. Fire and water,